Alright guys, time for another game video I guess. Today I'm going to talk about something I've made a video about before, but it's about what fighting game has the hardest combos of all time, or what game was the hardest combo to do of all time. Remember, if you like these videos, like, sub, silly, comment, share, and help support the channel, thanks. And something I want you to think about when you think about this video is, I want you to, if you've ever heard the quote, talent hits the target that no one else can hit, but genius hits the target that no one else can see. Okay, so I want you to try to differentiate the difference between being talented at something and being like genius at something, right? And of course, when you just talk about in general what is the hardest combo, there's even asterisk marks, right? Or what's the hardest combo of all time? Because are we talking about combos that you do in real matches? Are we talking about combo video combos? And certainly there are definitely people who try to act like some combos are just combo videos and not necessarily combos you can do in real matches, which isn't really necessarily true, because again, we can look at the Kai Impossible combo that I used to get accused of cheating to do just in combo videos. Like, it was years before the Japanese even were able to do it in a combo video. And I was doing it in real matches, no macros, nothing like that, right? So, again, there's a little bit of an asterisk mark, because are we talking about, truly combo videos versus, just hard to do combos that are hard that you do in real matches. But, and it's crazy to think, but I've said it before, but yes, Dragon Ball FighterZ, whatever, is the hardest game of all time that I've ever made combos for. And I've done every kind of fucking fighting game. I've done fucking King of Fighter games. You know what I mean? I've done 3D games. You know what I mean? Street Fighter games, anime games. I've done every fucking kind of game there is. A lot of other combo guys, they might only be known for one kind of game. And maybe only like one character in those kind of games. I've done every fucking kind of game. And I've also said this before, and this is going to sound like I'm throwing shade. And I guess it is kind of shade, but it's kind of fact, right? If we even look at the guy who was considered the best combo guy, best tech guy, whatever you want to call it, right, of all time, Desk, right? I guess I'm kind of talking shit about him. As I said before, that dude, to me, he has always just been an execution dude. And he very well might be the best execution guy of all time. Very well. I'll give him the benefit of a doubt. I've actually said before many times, in the grand scheme of things, I do not consider myself to be one of the best execution guys of all time. Not even close. No way. You know what I mean? And that's me. I've done a lot of hard things. And especially nowadays, if you consider nowadays when people macro every goddamn thing, Jesus Christ, maybe I am amazing. But benefit of a doubt, Desk might be the best execution guy of all time. He showed he could do one-handed combos. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I'll give him props. I know some guy was saying that there's a guy that has showed that he's played with his feet before. I mean, I don't know. At this point, we're getting to gimmicks, I feel like, right? So it's like, what is he doing when he's playing with his fucking foot? I don't know. Some guy posted that shit. I'm like, well, Jesus Christ, I don't know. So it's like, again, there's another asterisk marker. We like taking execution then in terms of the gimmicks and able to do stuff in real matches like me. So whatever. But the point is, I'm trying to give the guy a little bit of credit. Maybe he's the best of all time. But if you look at that guy, I got to be honest, it's fucking comical when you look at the stuff he gets credit for. Dude got credit for a Super Nintendo glitch that every kid knew that was in Nintendo Power. Guy got credit for it. It's like, dude, it's on GameFAQs. It was in Nintendo fucking Power when we were kids. It's not that fucking impressive. The dude, did you see his recent CVS 2 video? It shows how naive the community is about what is actually hard in a video game. The dude got credit for a combo video that would not have been impressive 20 years ago, and that's a fact. And I looked at the comments, people were like, wow, he must have played on so slow speed because there's so many just frames. Are you fucking kidding? This video was not impressive 20 years ago, and you think this was good? Now the dude just got credit for a code or a bug, whatever, that every person knew in Hyper Alpha. It's not fucking new. You just hold start on the character. It's not impressive. So I've never considered the guy. To be honest, it was almost I was so unimpressed with what he's done lately. It was almost, I didn't know if I should be insulted that people think he's the best of all time, or if I should actually take it as is he trolling people, or do I just take it as a compliment that yes, I am the best ever? It just proves it, right? But the point is, maybe he's the best ever execution-wise, throw it, but he actually isn't a game changer. He doesn't change the perspective on games. He's not one of those people to me whatsoever. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I love doing. I love being able to change the perspective on things, to be able to, you know, I've done so much stuff for video games, from crazy to the legitimately crazy combo video stuff, to the crazy combo video stuff that you can do in real matches as crazy optimal stuff, to foundational stuff, B&B, to just whatever it might be, simple to complicated, right? And that's what I'm talking about, the difference between being talented at something. Talent is being able to do something that most people can't do, which I've showed I can do. But genius is when you can do something that someone didn't even know existed, when you can hit the target that no one else can see. And that's why Dragon Ball FighterZ is the hardest game I've ever done things before, because I had to basically squeeze blood out of a turnip for this game. This game was supposed to have no combos. 6 months, people were just doing ABC. And now for 4 years straight, consistently, I have been the first person to put out new tech over and over and over and over and over again. And people can come up with any excuse you want. You know you guys are trying to find something to beat me and you can't. And that's, again, why I say Dragon Ball FighterZ is the best, because people have wanted me to fail so badly. I only did Dragon Ball FighterZ, again, I guess it's 4 years old now, whatever. Jesus Christ, is it 4 years old or 3 years old? Going on 4 years old? I only came back for Dragon Ball FighterZ because I showed everybody the target, if you will, to go off this quote I'm using. I showed everybody, look, there's a target here that you can hit. I don't need to play this game. I already know I'm the best ever at this stuff. No one has the track record that I have of everything that I've done in video games. That's why you guys got to make up lies. And even after I've showed this target, they couldn't fucking hit it. That's the difference between being talented at something and being a genius at something. Being able to see something that is not there, being able to create something out of nothing, and then also being able to have the talent to do it. So that is why Dragon Ball FighterZ is the hardest game I've ever done stuff for, because to consistently prove that I am the best ever, I have had to consistently find targets that don't exist, that consistently people have said is not in the game. No one will ever be able to do. And how much of this stuff that I've done that people said doesn't even exist is now B&Bs, is now commonplace. Doesn't matter if it's B&B stuff or even the legitimately complicated stuff. And when we're talking about legitimately complicated stuff, there is hard stuff. Like the Gogeta Tiger Knee stuff is, I think, idea-wise, it might be the hardest idea of a combo ever that I've done in a fighting game. Idea, specifically, if we're talking about like that Tiger Knee slide thing, you know what I mean? I got that, like I said, I was working on that, you know, a few minutes here and there. I mean, when I finally hit it, I hit it in 5 minutes. That was ridiculous, but the Tiger Knee slide thing, man, that took a while, right? But in terms of just like an idea, it's so intricate. And there are many simple things. There are ideas of that you can do in real matches, and some ideas are quite simple, right? But generally speaking, the idea of it is very hard. If you're thinking about, not that, and again, there are some ideas for the Tiger Knee stuff that you can do in real matches, but you look at a thing like the Kai Impossible combo. I've showed I could do that in real matches years and years ago, and I don't fucking macro. You know what I mean? So that is a hard idea of a legitimate B&B, right, that you use in real matches, right? Because it is very intricate, but it's intricate in a doable way that you can react to it, you know, through various characters and everything like that. You know, going back to some of those Marvel videos were hard. You know, it's funny. I remember the Marvel videos. Remember, I suck at Marvel. I'm not any good at Marvel games. You know, not that I practice them or really play them. It's another game that I mostly just did combos for. But some of those Marvel combos were hard for sure. It's funny that I remember a lot of people thought that the Akuma and Ryu combos were hard, but those Akuma and Ryu combos were not very hard, right? I mean, those were combos that I'm not even good at the game, that a lot of those I did in real matches when I played. I remember the Strider combos being harder than that to do, actually. Some of the Strider combos I remember being pretty finicky, right? That Hayato Marvel vs. Capcom 2 combo, that, you know, look at that. No one had done that for 10 or 12 years. That's still kind of a goal. I would like to go back and actually do that from, you know, full power to instant killer, whenever the guy gets dizzy. But just being able to show off a few loops of that when no one could do it for 12 years. No one even had the idea, let alone the talent to do it, right? So, yeah, I think FighterZ is the hardest game of all time, because to make the game what it is today, the game that everyone plays nowadays, and people think that's me bragging. It's not even me bragging, it's a fact. The game would not be where it is without me. I don't even know how anyone denies that. I literally only did the game just to prove that I was the best ever, because I saw no one else could do it. And I've been right. I'm still putting out new shit. And that's why it's the hardest game ever, because to find this new stuff, I am constantly having to challenge myself in ways that, you know, I would not be doing if not for the fact that it's COVID. There's not shit going on. Nothing else is going on. I'm not like, and you know, that's with people wanting me to fail, right? That just goes to show you, right? Not like one of these other guys like Desk, who can get called the greatest of all time when Desk farts and people call it the best ever. It's not impressive. I'm sorry. If you want to give the guy credit for being an execution guy, that's fine. I'll give him the benefit of a doubt. Again, there's an asterisk mark there. You know what I mean? Because I guess some guy has done a combo with his foot before. Someone was telling me on Twitter. I guess we're getting kind of novelty wise. So maybe, do you need to take, have you done this stuff in real matches as well? I don't know. But you know what? I'm not insecure about someone saying that I am not one of the best of all times of execution, because it's not, there's no ego there, because I've never thought that. So the only ego is the creative mind. And I know creatively, no one has ever done what I've done in video games, fighting games specifically. So, and that's why, again, Dragon Ball FighterZ is the hardest ever. Not that there's not other hard combos in it, but just the sheer amount of stuff that I've done for it, the sheer amount of from everything has made it the hardest. Again, if you want to know the hardest combo of all time, I don't know. I'm not sure what is the hardest. Hell, it might be that Hayato combo video that I showed in Marvel's Capcom 2. Can anyone do that? Full power to instant kill? I'm the only person that's ever done a few loops of it as it is still. And it's funny, you know, I did that on a fucking Dreamcast controller because I just put in the game. And I'm like, maybe I'll play Hayato. Can I find anything with this guy? And I'm like, damn, I think I found an infinite with him. And I messaged Mike Z, and then he messaged like the Jew guy or the Magneto Grow guy, whatever it is. And then he was like trying to like, no one has ever seen this before. And like I guess he's like, man, maybe we need to do this in a task video, right? So maybe that's the hardest combo of all time. But again, for what it's worth, Dragon Ball FighterZ is the hardest game ever to make combo videos for. If you're talking about what I've done, asterisk mark, you know what I mean? If we're getting into what it takes to do combos in a real game, that's another, you know, monster we're getting into. But anyway, if you like the videos, like, sub, silly, comment, share, support the channel if you want to. Thanks.